All right, hi everybody. It's me, Bonkai922. Episode review. Should everyone know, I read the Bleach chapter. I will do the review tomorrow when I get home from work. That chapter deserves a 5 out of 5, and let me tell you something right now. I don't want to go into details, but what happened in that chapter shocked the fuck out of me. Dead ass. Like, did not see that at all. But let's moving on. Parasyte, episode 19. Speaking of shocking. Pretty much we had last week's episode, which just made me cry like a little bitch. There's this detective we're now introduced to. I believe his name's Himura, And at the end of the episode, it seems like this guy we found out who this guy is. This guy's like a murderer or something. He's not a parasite. He's just a murderer I can't even say that word, murderer, who just recognizes between humans and monsters. Being a monster himself, I guess. And they don't suspect Shinichi, and eventually they let him go. He's staying with his father in the hotel, then they leave. What ends up happening is they want to use Shinichi for this operation they have, which is to essentially not to like, it's not a hunt, first of all. It's an extermination. That's that one guy. The one guy that's there, who's this new guy, one of the detectives, who is the same guy that does the voice of Kurasugu from Fate Zero. He basically says it's an extermination. And they're getting Shinichi to pinpoint, who's who. Now, logistically, the mayor is in this building that they go to try to hunt him down. Also, there's a scene with Murano saying about their lives, and they've been changed because of what happened, all that jazz. But the building, they basically go to that building to find out who in that building is Parasyte. And they have this like special equipment that examines people coming out, because they basically tell a lie, and they say, "Oh, there's a gunman in the building, and he's on the roof. Let's evacuate everyone." That's a lie to get the parasites to come out. And you know what's I find very interesting how they did this? People who are walking by out of the entrance, they're getting screened by this machine, and you see their head, you see their bones, because it's an X-ray machine. People who are parasites, they have no skull. Which I guess means that the parasite itself, in its head is where the parasite is, and there's no bones there, it's just flesh. So, but overall, I give this not as much as last week. 4.5 out of 5. But it's definitely high octane, and we already see now. Apparently, Shinichi in the last chapter was told by Reiko Tamura about the mayor, but she didn't tell him exactly what the mayor was. She said the mayor, and after she got shot. So probably she was going to say he's a parasite. I mean, it's most likely. And Gotou, that other guy who was like the OP motherfucker, who was, when Shinichi fought him, was swinging from trees. He was there as well. He's a parasite. We know him. But the mayor, we don't know. he most likely is a parasite, the man. And basically what ends on happening is, as people are going out, person goes by, it's a woman, she has no skull. So she's a parasite. And it's kind of interesting. What's interesting about this episode is the fact that the guy who was examining Shinichi, he imagined that he saw something in Shinichi's eyes, like deep in his eyes, but just said he imagined it. It wasn't true. Kind of interesting that that happened, because there have been numerous times during this show, this anime of Parasyte, where you got the concept that Shinichi was now no longer human. Here's what I think as far as that is concerned. I think last week's episode basically brought him back to being human. Now, the fact that this guy, this murderer, who could see through their eyes, so to speak, said that means like he thought he saw remnants probably of him being non-human, so on and so forth. But yeah, but overall, I like this episode. It now we can see now that there's a squad. They're gonna go hunt down the fucking parasites. Yo, this is gonna get sick. But the whole, and another thing that was interesting in this episode is we get Migi and he explains to Shinichi how to essentially defeat Gotou. And basically, because Gotou, he controls numerous parasites in his body. And the only way to get him is to startle him. Because if you startle him, they'll throw him off balance. And now will give you an opportunity to attack him. Much easier. And less dangerous, too. So, and basically, he was like telling Shinichi about the flamethrower thing. So I thought that was interesting also point in this episode. But 4.5 out of 5, this is definitely getting really good. And now the next episode is episode 20, called Crime and Punishment. Now, I'm guessing it's like 24, 26 episodes Parasyte, so I don't know if they're going to do the whole manga, the whole canon story. I'm not sure if they're going that route. If they are, then great, but we'll see. But so far, from what I've seen from this episode and for last week's episode, this show is, dare I say, GOAT or close. I mean, I don't know if I want to say GOAT, because GOAT you would probably say for the manga. For the anime, it's good, but yeah, good episode. And it really shows how you can tell the difference in Shinichi's character now between before last week's episode, what he was acting like, to after last week's episode. It's like a complete metamorphosis. It's almost as if his heart was left behind after his encounter with the parasite that took his mother's life. That his heart was thrown away. And then ever since then, he had no heart. And now all of a sudden, boom, his heart returns. Thanks to Riku. So, kind of interesting to note. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the story. Bonkai 922. See you guys later for an FF5 Parasyte. Yeah, tomorrow it's just gonna be Bleach, One Piece, JoJo, and unless Maggie comes out, I guess I'll do that. But those are logistically what I will be doing. First impressions, I'll probably upload a few more. I think Dororo, gotta upload the others. And yeah, and like I said, Toriko live stream, and Saturday I'm thinking about doing the live stream, bringing some people. Yeah, because the anime community at this point, I guess this is what happens when Naruto just ends. People just disappear. So yeah, that might happen as well. I'm Bonkanizers. I'll see you guys later. Shinichi helping them take down these parasites. That gotou man, he ain't no joke. See you guys later.